Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Michael and I are back for Survivor 49, another recap, and we're here this week with Janet Carbin from Survivor 39. Janet, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds.
Thank you for having me back. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. What have you been up to since last week on the show?
Well, I have been up in New Jersey, doing stuff in New Jersey with my grandchildren, but I'm also putting together a watch party for Survivor 50. I've been in the process of gathering people and different survivors and different, and it's all for charity. Everything I do is for charity. Not a cent goes to any of our survivors or any people that come to anything. It goes to all of our charities. We just all hang out and have fun. And I'm getting ready for December. I'm also getting ready for Friendsgiving at my chosen family of friends down here, which I call the Pod. And this shirt was one of our pod adventures. We swam around Key West and dressed up as pirates.
Oh, that's amazing.
So there's always an adventure. We have, some camping trips and road bike trips and things like that. But
that's great. That's great, Janet.
Pirate shirt also fits with the season of Survivor 49, so it all fits in.
See that?
True. And as a side note, yeah, Michael and I will also be there Over the Edge. I just told you, Janet, off recording. So yeah, we'll see you there as well.
I'm very excited to see you guys, and I can only see your pod growing from coming to that event and meeting everybody, and I'm ready to hang out with you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited. We're excited. All right, well, let's get into the episode. So, what were your guys' impressions of episode 7? We made it to the merge.
Me first or you, Michael?
You go, Janet.
Yeah, go, Janet.
Okay. Well, when I was watching it, it brings back all of the feelings like that I had going into the merge. It's like anything when you remember something, and I was watching them, that jumping around, the excitement. I remember that clearly because the day of my merge, I was so angry. I didn't know we were merging. I was burning the place down, throwing everything into the fire. And then they said the merge. So I really identified with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I thought was really funny, and I didn't see a lot of it when they were getting on the boats to go over to the central camp. When we merged, we must have stripped the camp of, like, you would not believe, like every pot, pan, blanket. Now, I did see somebody carrying the hammock, and I was like, smart girl. But I didn't see anybody else. I mean, I'm telling you, they probably left a lot of things behind that they're going to say, oh, wish I had that. But yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah, I remember back in the old days of Survivor when they would like run around like 5 minutes to gather everything and be like this big rush to get everything to their new camp. So I was like, they didn't really show that. I mean, they don't really show that anymore at all.
Well, it didn't look like they were carrying anything. I mean, we had pots and pans hanging off our arms and, all that kinds of stuff. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Michael, your impressions of the episode.
Well, firstly, I haven't been on since the premiere, so I just want to say my impressions of the season overall. I don't think I've ever felt so old watching Survivor. I don't know what the hell half of these people are talking about half the time. There's gods of Riz, whatever that means. There's everything's vibes. This tribe gives loyalty. It gives this. It can't give you anything. It's a tribe. It's an idea. It doesn't give you anything. Oh, I do love it, but I feel ancient.
That's how Nate felt.
Yeah.
Don't think I've resonated with a player more than I have with Nate in this season.
I feel like I should give lessons to older players going on to Survivor because it really is a matter of attitude. I've been blessed, and I'm not saying I did anything. I've been blessed and I think it's because of, when I ran a beach, I had like 200 lifeguards that worked for me from the age of 16 to 45, 60. And I think that as we get older, sometimes we put the blocks up, and I saw Nate was really trying to vibe with his new tribe and stuff. But there's an attitude that I think, older people need, again, it's a stereotype, ageism. And you need to break that stereotype, and it's our job as the older people to do that. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, we had Matt earlier this season who couldn't fit in with his new tribe. And so like the older players sometimes do have that struggle of gelling with a tribe or fitting in. So,
and it can be done. You just, I've always said to people, I learn from younger people, where many older people feel like they have to be the teachers.
Right.
Where when I just take it. Listen, I can learn from my 6-year-old granddaughter. You know what I'm saying? And it's just being open. The fact that you're not the oldest, wisest, whatever, and you can learn from everybody. And I really think that's the difference.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of the episode. So we do merge. I don't even think. Well, I guess technically we merge at the challenge more so, but we are gonna get right before everybody gets to camp, we get the bottoms up alliance of Steven, Sage, and Jawan. So they end up forming. That's obviously going to be super important for the end of the episode because they end up controlling what happens. Specifically Sage and Jawan. So
I really love that group. I don't know if Jawan realizes just how in a bad position he was, like up until this point. I think he's kind of put himself in this position not realizing it really was the best thing for him. And like I love this group, and Sage, not to tee it up of who might be my favorite character of the season, of the episode, but Sage is just iconic. I don't think we've seen better facial expressions since Eliza. It's just incredible.
Okay. I agree. Can I talk about this now? Or Sage? Yeah. So Sage, I've gone through this whole myriad of feelings about her. And I figured out why I had negative feelings about her in the beginning.
Ooh.
And now she's my favorite player almost. And I think the reason why is she's playing like an old school Survivor. She's as long as not me, I'm gonna cut your, she's causing the ripples and she's playing a hardcore game like old school Survivor.
Yeah.
Not like a lot of the new school stuff.
Yeah. I really like the game that Sage is playing. I do think she reminds me, in my opinion, we did get someone since Eliza. We got Carolyn Weiger in 44.
Yeah.
And I think Sage is basically like the new version of Carolyn. Like I think
Really?
Yeah, that's what I see in her.
I don't.
Really?
I see her more like more like maybe a Tony.
Oh.
I do not see Sage as I play and I interact more masculine than feminine. And I think she does the same thing. I think she thinks like a man. I had to think like a man because I was their boss. And she does. And that's why I'm saying she plays like old school Survivor. And, she's not afraid to say, yeah, hi, honey. You know what I mean? I'm just playing you, bitch. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
No,
but you know what I'm saying? And that's what I think I like about her. She's, I would be allied with her. I would be in an alliance with her if I was on the show.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just like the facade she puts on, but I do see what you're saying of like she's actually playing like that Tony type of game.
She's acting. She's acting all that nice spirituality. Oh, this is you're my soul sister kind of thing. That's a game.
Yeah.
She's playing the game.
100%. 100%. So then we are going to get the tribes arriving and we get the reaction to Shannon's boot. We're going to get the fallout. So the three of them decide they're going to explain to everybody their side, their story that they are coming up with of why Shannon got booted. And I thought that my parents, because I was watching with my parents, they thought they sold it a little too hard. I think they probably gave the best story they could, to be honest, but
I agree with your parents.
Yeah.
I think they sold it too hard, but they bought it as far as we could tell.
Right.
And that's something as a survivor you should watch out for. If somebody's trying to sell something too hard, what's really going on? Right. And I think Savannah might figure that out.
Oh, I think she will.
Yeah.
I mean, after the results of this tribal council, I'm sure they're going to figure it out real quick.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Savannah and Rizo are going to see what's going on.
Rizzo cracks me up.
Oh my God. I love Rizo.
I do too.
After last week with the flippers.
And all I kept saying was turn around and walk backwards. Walk backwards. He couldn't figure that out. Pick the feet up. I'm like, oh my God. Hey, listen, I had to tell everybody how to go to the bathroom. They would face the water. I'm like, no, you don't face the water. You turn away from the water and you squat down. Like, I guess when people don't live on the water like I do.
Yeah. I can relate. I'd probably be the Rizo of like not knowing how to use flippers.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting a little bit cold.
You're totally good. So then we're gonna get Sage versus Savannah. So Sage is now like seeing Savannah as the new Shannon. She's like basically calling out Savannah, being like, oh, of course I'm not gonna work with you. So that's gonna be interesting moving forward. But the big thing here now is we're gonna get a boat. They're delivering a treasure chest, and so we've seen this in the other New Era seasons. They run around and find either a key or a tube or something in the jungle. And so there's keys in the jungle. The first person to unlock the chest wins the advantage. And so Sage ends up opening the chest and getting what we'll find out is a challenge advantage. So,
Michael, I want to hear your opinion on Sage and everything.
So the moment I most related to Sage, so I was writing my notes as I was watching this episode. I was making my notes, and when Savannah was talking to Paige, I made a note that she has an intense eye contact and that it comes off strong, and then cut to a confessional of Sage saying exactly what I was just writing. I was like, yep, I'm on the same wavelength with this girl. She's just, I think this season we have a bit of context spoilers, unfortunately, with what's confirmed for 50. So it's like, we know that Savannah and Rizo are going to be, somewhat important to the season. She's the only one that's really calling that out. Like, she really wanted this to be focused towards Savannah in this episode. And I think Sage's read on the power within the group and where it really lies was completely right. Yeah. And I hope it doesn't backfire on her, because at this point I'm all aboard rooting for Sage. I really
very good.
Yeah. I think you're completely right. I think I definitely think they should have targeted Savannah, but we'll get to that by the end of the episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Janet, what would you have done? How would you have done with running around and finding the keys to the chest?
Oh man, I would have loved it. I also would have gone to my allies and made a plan of which sections we were going to. I don't know if any of them did that, but I don't think so. I would have said, okay, you take this section, I'll take this section, because we did that even with immunity idols, and try and team up a little bit. But I was so. Oh, by the way, I have to correct myself because I'm looking at my notes, because my main girl is MC. She's my main girl. Sage is coming up there.
Yeah.
But her MC getting the key, I was like, yes.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about MC later. I think MC has been a total badass. Like, the sandbag challenge she did with Nate earlier in the season was just really fun to watch. And like, I am hoping to see MC do really well at the future challenges.
Well, she has stepped up in every challenge as one of the main heroes in every challenge. She's not afraid. That's going to be bad for her.
Yeah.
That's going to put a target on her now that we're into the individuals. I remember in my challenges, like there were specific challenges that I did that all I was looking to do was hang in there and be in the middle. I didn't want to shine. and I didn't want to be last. Because as an older person, you don't want to be last. I mean, I had to prove my worth right up front. But that's where MC is going to get in trouble, I think, because her competitive spirits, she's got to mentally say, maybe I need to take this one down.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael, what would you have done with the keys in the jungle? I did want to ask you as well.
So to me, I didn't understand unless it was something production, told them this is how you have to run it. I didn't understand why they were running back and forth. There's only one correct key. You just stay out in the jungle and you collect as many keys as you can find. If you've got the right one, you've got the right one. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. Like,
no,
they're
they
going to
only
open
let
it
you
anyway.
get one.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
One.
I was like,
that makes sense.
I was like, that would have been I would have been told off by production.
Yeah. I got yelled at every challenge. Every single challenge, to the point where I walked out and I said, okay, Jeff, just tell me what I'm doing wrong already.
Well, that's what makes you entertaining.
Yeah.
If you're not getting yelled at, you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the most iconic players get yelled at by Jeff Probst.
All the time. I just would walk in.
You mean Uncle Jeff?
Yeah, Uncle Jeff. Yes. That cracks me up, by the way.
Yeah. It's so funny.
I know.
All right, so then we're going to get to the reward and immunity challenge. So we also have a little bit of a correction because we have 2 Sophies that just made the merge. So not since Purple Kelly in Nicaragua have we gotten a player get called by their color. So I guess we got Yellow Sophie and Blue Sophie.
Yeah.
I like how Jeff was having none of it.
Yeah, he wasn't.
We need to sort this out. Like, one of you can be Soph. I'm not even asking. Like, Soph and Sophie, we're done.
Yeah. I mean, we've had like the Kellys in Nicaragua. We've had a couple other seasons where people have like doubled up names. So like, it's not new, but like, it is definitely funny when you have people with like the same name on the same season. So. And then we also get Jeff. This is interesting to me because I did want to ask you, Janet. So we have season 50 coming up. Obviously, Jeff literally tells them season 50 is coming up. Someone may get the opportunity, or some of you may get the opportunity to play in season 50. Your season came just before Winners at War, Janet. Did you ever get anything from Jeff being like, hey, season 40 is coming up right after? Some of you may get in season 40. Did you ever get something like that from Jeff?
Yes, I was contacted, but I was a 4-time fan favorite and all of that. But I think due to the topic of my season, I don't think CBS wants to, even bring it up in the public eye, which I feel like, good guys finish last, because I do think that all my Survivor friends thought I should have been on.
Yeah.
So I wasn't. I accept that. I've dealt with that. And I support the people that are on there because they were chosen. They have no, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, when they brought that up, it was almost like a stab in my heart. Yeah. But, it's okay. It's okay. I guess because we think of season 50, and this is wrong, but we think of season 50 as more of like the iconic players. And I'm sorry, but 48, 49, it's too new. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'm sure that there'll be plenty of people out there, and no ill will to anybody from season 48 or 49 that got picked, that kind of a thing. But I don't know. It just felt difficult when we're just seeing the season now. You know what I mean?
Well, so. I do think it's ironic that it was called like in the hands of the fans, but then some of the players that were picked we hadn't even seen yet. So how exactly is that in the hands of the fans? It doesn't really make sense, Jeffrey.
It's not.
And again, 4-time fan favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like 100%. Like regardless of the context of what you're saying, like absolutely, Janet, you should come back, and hopefully it does happen in the future. I'm hoping past season 50 we get more returning player seasons.
I hope so too, because I want to prove that older people can do it and do it well.
Yeah,
and I know that I can do that. I'm actually physically better than I was when I went on.
Wow.
Yeah, I really am. It's crazy because I'm retired.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm biking 150 miles a week. I'm ocean swimming and pool swimming, miles and miles, and doing all of them most of the time in the same day.
Nice.
It's probably why I'm sick.
We'll manifest it. I
Yeah.
also do find it really odd, not odd, but like interesting that being on season 50 is like now, or being on a returning cast season is now in the show something that is part of the reason to play it. Like it doesn't really come up in the
Right.
show usually that you're not just playing to win $1 million, you're playing to potentially make a career as a Survivor player. Like
Right.
that's also part of the appeal for these players now. Like I could be on 50 with Coach.
Or move to other shows, other reality shows.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I find it ridiculous again how for seasons 45 to 49 we have I think almost half the cast is from those like what 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Like that's insane. And then Jonathan Yun is the only other one from like 41 through 44.
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
It is wild. It really is.
It's because the new era is just so much harder. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah. So then basically back to 2 teams again. So they have to push the large boulder, solve the puzzle for the merge feast. So we get the 2 teams. So blue team is Jawan, Christina, Alex, Savannah, and MC. The yellow team is Steven, Nate, Rizzo, Sophie, and Sophie. And Sage just moves on to immunity because of her challenge advantage. So the yellow team wins reward. But what were you guys' thoughts on the first part of this challenge?
Michael, you go first.
So we have a little group chat, and everyone was talking about how much they don't like the roll the ball challenge, and I came to it late, and I was just about to message like, I love the big ball challenge, and I realized everyone was hating it. I really like this one. Little aesthetic things that please me. Like I don't know why I like it, but I just like that the ball was colored and had like nice little designs on it. That kind of stuff makes me happy. And I did like Jeff very loudly shouting, "That's how you do it on Survivor," or whatever the last phrase was.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, he's teeing them up exactly what the puzzle's gonna be. I'm not super like caught up with all New Era. So is this the first time they've done like not done the merge thing, like done a different thing with the merge?
I think it was I think it was either this or it was like last season or 47. It was one of these last 3 seasons that they stopped doing Earn the Merge. Although 47, 48, I thought they did something similar too. So
this was 3 tribes going into the merge. I'm not sure if it was 3 I'm not sure, 2 or 3 in the past.
Because I really like this. I like the idea of like splitting the challenge up, and it's like for a merge feast, but there's no kind of shenanigans with whether or not you make the merge. They're all there. You're not getting like cut at the last minute. I really like that they did that.
I like the ball challenge, just so you know.
Yay.
I saw myself in there doing it. And because we had a challenge where we had to carry a cage that was heavy, and it was 4 corners, and it was like the ball, you could all get in there underneath of it. I liked it. I mean, but I like stuff like that. So
I think my only issue was that they've done the ball challenge like in the last the new era, like last 9 seasons, they've done it quite a few times. So it's kind of like I know like a lot of the seasons they've done challenges so many times, but I just feel like I don't know. I just felt weird about seeing this challenge again, but I do think it's like a good challenge. I don't think it's like a bad challenge. So
and you notice MC was the one to get up on top of that ball. And to pull everybody up.
She did very well again. So and then we have the puzzle, as Michael said. Jeff teased them up for the what the answer is. So the yellow team wins, and so then we get the immunity challenge right after. So Sage plus the yellow team, they have to balance a ball on a disc. We've seen this challenge before as well. And after Sage had told Yellow Sophie that she was the target, Yellow Sophie does win immunity, so this is another one of those classic cases of someone knows they're in danger and they end up winning immunity.
So funny.
Yeah.
People think that's fake, and it's not. It really happens that way.
That's so crazy.
I know.
Yeah. Well,
I know.
it shows you what extra motivation can do for someone. Like, if someone knows they need it, like, of course they're gonna, to quote Jeff Probst, dig deep. Like, they need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good on Sophie. So we get back to camp, and so Jawan and Sage are gonna flip on Uli, and Sophie B and Alex are kind of in the middle, but they're both going towards like the sides that they came from. So like Alex is wanting to work with Hina and Sophie's wanting to work with Uli. So basically we then get the scene of MC with the 100 keys, and Savannah comes up on her and tries to steal the keys from her. What were your guys' thoughts on this scene?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, again, that's that aggression coming out like, bitch, you're not getting this. I loved it.
Yeah.
She turned it on.
Yeah. Michael?
I love some good old fumbling over the clue or the advantage that's on the floor. Like, we've seen it so many times throughout Survivor. Savannah is a savage. Like, she fully face planted trying to get that thing from under her, and then tries to talk with her like, hey, I want to work with you. It's like, you just tried to steal an advantage from right under my nose, and now you're trying to get my attention to tell you how much you like me and you want to work with me. It's like, no, leave me with my keys. I'm gonna get this idol.
Savannah is dangerous.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would have targeted her. I would have targeted her right in the beginning.
Yeah, I think they definitely should have targeted her here. I loved the scene of like Savannah's like looking into MC's eyes, and MC's like, her eyes were like this. Yeah. And it's so funny.
Yeah. No, Savannah could go far in this game. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I gotta give her kudos to what she has done,
mm-hmm.
and how, I don't know if she's a little bit too confident in herself. I think that's what, Survivor, there's a lot of luck involved.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she's taking that luck on as something she is doing or just accepting it as luck. And I don't think she's, I don't know. She's a little too confident.
Yeah.
I think it's also like the thing when you haven't really had as much adversity in terms of having to overcome something within the game. So like Uli, they earned it by doing really well in the challenges, but Uli having this just natural advantage and she's feeling like on top of the world, I think she does feel untouchable out there. And I think that's what makes this flip that we're going to get to so interesting. I'm so curious how Savannah's play style is going to change coming out of this episode, and if she will be different to how she's been up to this point, because this coming out of this is the first time we've seen her really up against it, and Rizo too.
That's true. It'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah. Oftentimes, I think just playing these online games as well, I feel like it's more impressive if you're on the bottom and you figure out a way to work your way out of it, more than, I guess, if you're just super dominant and you never face any adversity.
Mm-hmm.
So,
while we're on that topic, go Janet.
No, you go.
So this is something that kind of bugged me in this episode, and I think it's Jeff has to tee it up this way because of how the New Era seasons work. So few people go to Tribal Council and they get all the way through the merge, having never been. 2 people go up and light their flame at merge, which is crazy. And this narrative that like nothing really matters until merge, it's like that's not true. This game, like people have the pre-merge game matters, the swap game matters. Trying to sell it as that's just all to get you to merge and now the game starts. Like, I really don't like that. And if you look back at like the history of Survivor, huge iconic game winning moves can be done in the merge, in the pre-merge, in the swap, coming out of situations where you've been swapped in a bad position and you fought your way out, having like someone like Denise, like going to every single tribal council, having that underdog story and like coming through at merge. That is a huge part of her story at the end of why she deserves to win, because she overcame so much. If the game just starts at merge, like there's no stories because none of it matters. I really don't like
agree.
it.
I actually was a little upset when he said that.
Yeah.
The game changes at merge.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't start at merge because the pre-merge sets everything up.
Yeah.
It's the setup. And the connections that you make or don't make. The pre-merge lays the foundation for the merge. It just changes. That's all.
Yeah, I totally agree with both of you. I think it's ridiculous to claim that the pre-merge means nothing. I hate when people say that, not just Jeff, but anybody says that, because pre-merge is just as important as the merge. You wouldn't have the merge without the pre-merge, and like you can make a move in the pre-merge that sets you up to do well at the merge. So
absolutely.
For sure.
So then basically we get Jawan and Sage are like, Rizzo as the idol, so we're probably not going to target him. He could play it for Savannah, so maybe we target Nate. And then the Ulis are targeting Steven. We also get Savannah goes back to camp, basically tells Sophie B that MC has an idol as well. I thought Sophie B was absolutely stealing MC's idol with the knowledge is power.
Yeah. That'll probably come.
Yeah. Well,
MC played it.
Yeah. MC played her idol, but
right. Yeah.
So I don't know. I was like
back in the game. So I wanted to talk about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, because I played my idol. It made me think about the first time I played my first idol.
Yeah.
I didn't need to.
Right.
And Tommy told me I didn't need to, but I didn't believe him. So when I saw MC play her idol, I started thinking there had to be a lot of talk going on back at camp.
Right.
For her to feel like that was, hey, you know what? This could be 70-30 that I'm here, but do I want to bank on that?
Yeah.
So that tells me MC is going to be a target down the line.
Yeah, agreed. I always would rather misplay an idol than go home with it in my pocket.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's some stuff that we don't know about that's going to come up negatively to MC.
Agreed.
And also, like you say, like the merge vote, a lot of people haven't been able to test their bonds yet. You don't know which way it's going to go. If you have safety, also, she doesn't trust Savannah, and she knows that Savannah's going to spread that information across the camp. Just get it out there and play it. You know that you're safe for another day. Yes, she didn't. People can rag on her and say, like, you didn't need to play it. Unless you're there playing, like, you don't know how it feels to sit on an idol and not know. We have the benefit of the edit to know which direction the vote's going. They don't have that. Just play it. If you're not sure, if you're not confident, like, idols don't win you the game. They can help you, but it's not something you're going to find another 6, 7.
I found that
out. Yeah. So then we are going to get to Tribal, and we get Jawan talking about horror movie, and I think we get another underrated move from Rizzo is where he bluffs his idol, basically is like, hey, I'm going to play this tonight. I mean, we've seen it many times before, but I always love a good idol bluff. And I was like, my parents and I both thought, like, or all thought, we were like, yeah, Rizzo's totally bluffing this. Like, he's definitely not going to play it. So
yeah. Rizzo cracks me up.
Yeah.
But that's the thing as well. People know that they could be bluffing, but it's just the idea that they might not be. It's amazing what just a little bit of uncertainty can do for your vote. That, unfortunately, that's why Nate is ousted here. It's because they didn't feel comfortable. Not even that he was going to play for himself, that he could play for Savannah. So he, just by a simple bluff, he's managed to keep the target off himself. He didn't know that his name was even in the discussion, so it worked out better than he ever could have known. But at least he now is still in the game with his closest ally, and they're both good socially, so I think they can kind of turn the tides after this move.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if the idol was played for Nate? Who would have gone home?
Steven.
Yeah.
Steven,
yeah. That would have been.
I really like Steven as well. Like, I think he's had he's a good couple of episodes where he's really integrated himself and found himself in a good position. And like, I think Steven's someone that could do really well if this alliance is as solid as it seems to be coming out of this.
Yeah, how he said it made me think that the alliance he's in is unfortunately going to be messy. So that's what it seems to me based on the edit.
I don't have a feeling about Steven, good or bad. Like I don't know yet, what I think about him or his gameplay. I'm open to it, to watching. I don't know that I've seen enough
right
of him.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess in a way, I'm glad to still see him, to give him a chance. I am bummed to lose Nate here. Again, the Marvel guy, Marvel connection. It's how we started Tribe of Nerds originally, talking about Marvel movies, and so I was very bummed to see him go. Also because to me, speaking of Steven's story, I almost felt like I wish Nate's story had more of an ending, because to me, I felt like it was just all of a sudden, oh, he's gone. Like I feel like there was a little more that they were starting to set up to, maybe not that he would have made it that much farther down the road, but I definitely thought that there was a little more to his story in the edit.
You might get him on the podcast, get him to tell his story.
I'd love to. I'd love to get Nate on. So
yeah, shout out Nate.
Yeah. If you're listening, Nate.
I'll reach out to some of these guys too.
Oh heck yeah, that'd be sweet. That'd be awesome. So yeah, Nate's out 7-4 is the mayor of Ponderosa. Again, I love that they are starting the jury as soon as they merge. I didn't like it in the past New Era seasons or any other season where the first merge boot is off the jury. I just feel like if you made it to this point, you should be able to vote for a winner.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is episode 7. So let's hit our week 7 favorite player. Janet, who is your favorite player of the episode?
From that episode, I'd have to say Sage, even though MC is my girl.
Yeah,
but I think Sage is the of that episode
for sure. Michael?
Yeah, I hate to be boring and just do the same answer, but Sage, I absolutely love her. I think she's like iconic casting. She's just, I've never seen someone do so much with her face. It's not in this episode, but the episode before, where she's like blowing kisses to Shannon, and Shannon turns her back and she eye rolls and then smiles when she turns back. She's just such a fun player. And she's in a really good spot after that. This is a big move to have made it merge, and it worked out, and that was mostly down to Shannon's play and Sage's play. So yeah, it's got to be Sage.
Yeah, I'll go 3 for 3. I think Sage was the MVP of the episode. I would have gone for Riz God, but I'm like, Sage was just so good this week. And she got the vote to go her way. Her and Jawan made the move, and I would attribute it more to Sage making everything go the way she wanted. So
yeah.
All right. Week 8 predictions. What do you guys think is going to happen next week? Looks like we get Savannah's revenge tour. So what do you guys think?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I do think Savannah and Rizo have it in them. I'm really interested what Blue Sophie's going to do.
Yeah.
Because there was obviously a split between her and Alex in terms of the direction they wanted to go in the game. But they definitely have a connection where it makes sense for them to work together. They're the last 2 people from their tribe. So I think if they can kind of come together, I think Sophie could get herself out of this bottom situation quite easily. And I do think this is going to be a more fluid game. I don't think this alliance that took Nate out is going to be like all the way down to final 6 or however many was involved. So I think things are going to chop and change, and hopefully blindsides every week.
True. Hopefully.
Sorry.
You're good. You're totally good.
Okay. I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of flopping going on.
Yeah.
I think that I agree, Michael. I think new alliances are going to be made because they are all individuals now. And once you go to those first challenges where they're individual, something happens. And, it's like, oh, shit, I am on my own. Unless I, really make some of these connections and make them strong. So I think there's going to be a lot of change going on. Interesting, like Rizo. I don't really see his game strategy, but he cracks me up.
Yeah.
And he tends to put himself in with good players.
Yeah.
I don't know if he intentionally does that or that was luck. I don't know. But I think he's going to be all right for a while. I think MC, I'm worried about her this coming week. I'm worried about her.
Yeah, I agree. I do think that 7 that just took out Nate is going to fall apart based on the edit. I think Savannah and Rizzo and Blue Sophie, I think they're going to be around for a while. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm glad, I guess if that's the storyline, I'm glad that it is like the 3 beating the 7. Like I do like that storyline. Even though I feel like it happens more often than people think of, like the underdogs take out the top dogs. So
yeah, because they know they're underdogs.
Right.
So like when you like finding the idol when you need to find it, you know you're the underdog. So what am I going to do to fix that? Whoever decides to fix that. We were talking about Juwan. Like, I don't think he realized how far down the totem pole he was. He got real lucky.
Yeah.
And that happens too, you know, where he was brought in for like other people's benefit, not for him. You know what I mean? And it just benefited him. I think Juwan's going to slide by too. This is where your standout shields, your standout characters are in trouble. This is where this starts happening. So the people in the middle, the underdogs, sometimes can flip the script, but then they become the people in power. So it's just this revolving circle.
Yeah, I think they're going to regret not taking the shot at Savannah here.
Oh, yeah. She's a smart cookie, but I think she thinks she's too smart. I think the confidence is going to get her.
Yeah, I think that definitely comes with her being a reporter, and so I definitely think that's where all that confidence comes from. But
yeah.
Anything else, Michael?
I just want one last thing. Sorry to end on a negative, but can I just please put a public service announcement to Jeff Probst? Going forward, Survivor 50, please put more effort into your idols. What are these little 2-inch little brick? You can barely see it on the TV. You can barely see it. What's he holding? You just take a bead out there. My 4-year-old niece could do better. What is it? It's nothing. Idols are so fun and majestic. A necklace around your neck.
They should be.
Bring back good idols.
Yeah. I remember I was saying it in the chat last night of like I remember like Heroes versus Villains, they had like these little green snakes or like decently sized green snakes, or like I mean really any other type of Samoa, they had like the giant fish hooks like that Russell had. Like I
had a decent beaded one. We had decent beaded ones.
Yeah. I feel like it's the new era where they really started slacking on their idols. So.
But they hit them right in the clear water in a chest.
Right. Exactly. All right. Well, that is the end of this week. If you guys want more Survivor content, subscribe, like, share, comment on the Tribe of Nerds. And we will see you all next time for more Survivor 49 on the Tribe of Nerds.
All right. Thank you.